Hi, welcome to another edition of the Alan Rosenberg Show. We're going to be talking about the Rolling Stones' performance last night at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's going to be the last Stones video I'm planning on doing until I see them in 2 weeks at MetLife Stadium. But let's talk about the show last night. It was a hot one. I'm from Long Island. The most fun I've ever had at a Rolling Stones concert was when I saw them with my friend in Las Vegas. That was the No Security tour. I had seen the Bridges to Babylon tour. I think I saw 2 Bridges to Babylon shows, and they were phenomenal. But when I went to see them in Vegas for No Security, it was off the chart. I mean, it was just incredible. So I was really curious to see how they were going to do last night in Las Vegas. I wasn't there. I've been watching tons of videos on YouTube. Obviously, you can only judge so much from the cell phones, but I got to tell you, with the technology, they're wonderfully filmed by these dedicated fans who are right up close. So whoever's been filming these things, and I'm watching them, and I'm sure others are watching them, thank you so much for that. It's been great. Last night's performance was hot. I haven't watched the whole thing, but I watched most of it. They look like they were just in great form. Let's start with Mick Jagger. You know, he's over 80 years old. He is just beyond human. Besides constant motion and performing, his voice is just tremendous. He sounds fantastic. And Keith and Ronnie last night were playing very strong. I still see a definite change in the band. It's driven by the engine room. You know, Steve Jordan, Darryl Jones, they're phenomenal players. They're really, really powerful rhythm section. And they're really pushing the band versus historically, you know, it was always Keith who's doing that. But understandable due to his age and physical limitations, you know, there's a change in the band. But it's working really good, I think. You can see Keith really concentrating with his guitar playing. He's doing the best he can. And last night, they were really powerful. They were organic. They seemed to be really enjoying themselves. The audience seemed to really be getting off. The crowd looked like it was pretty packed in the stadium. Looked like they sold well. It was alive. It was engaged. It was a lot of singing along. It was a hell of a performance. Let's look at the set list. So it started off with Start Me Up. Keith nailed the opening riff, which was nice, and it was a strong version of it. I was thrilled to see Get Off of My Cloud back in the set list. I'm glad to see it there. I think it should be played out there more and more. And I love how it starts with Steve Jordan just doing the drums, and the drum fill kicks in, the guitars come in. Thought it was a great performance, really was. You know, pretty much like the first 7 tracks, that's where the band could mix it up a little bit, variables, change it, refigure it, replace different songs. Last night, they brought Let's Spend the Night Together into the show. I thought it was a really good performance. I love the interaction with the band. You know, they're really playing live. And you could see Mick smiling to the band and pointing at them and pushing it and driving it. I thought it was a really good performance of the song. Really nice to see it in there. Angry comes next. You know, it starts off with Steve Jordan playing the drum lick. Then you get Keith doing the classic Angry opening guitar lick. And really powerful, really loud. Then as soon as the band comes in, you know, the bass comes in really strongly, and the guitars get mixed down a bit, you know, so that classic Angry lick is more in the song versus that opening, really powerful guitar lick. But I thought that Angry works really great live. I know some people aren't thrilled with it. Not me. I think it's great that they're playing it. It was a single. And I think it works really, really good live. In fact, I hear like, you know, Mick straps on that guitar, adds even more rhythm work to it, makes the song a more powerful song. The crowd seems to be singing along with it. Yeah, I thought it kicked ass, definitely. They brought in Like a Rolling Stone. Now, I got to tell you something. Any Stone show that I saw where Like a Rolling Stone was performed, it's always like a highlight of the show, in my opinion. Really. It's so upbeat. It's so powerful. It's so lively. It's a great sing-along. It's uplifting. Mick does his harp solo, which is always awesome. I thought it was a great performance. When they play MetLife, I would have no problem. Definitely play Like a Rolling Stone. That would be great. It's always a highlight for me. They did the fan vote. and it was You Got Me Rocking. You Got Me Rocking is kind of interesting because it's really the closest they have to a modern day warhorse. They've been playing it, so that was Voodoo Lounge 1994. We're 2024. So they've been playing that for 30 years. I think Mick has really been pushing that song to become like a modern day warhorse. The fact of the matter is, I think it works really well live. It's not the greatest song in the world, but live, it's got that classic sound, Stone sound, you got the classic guitar weaving, very Stones-like. I love Mick and Keith's interaction. I love, the sing-along part. Hey, hey, you got me rocking. It really works live. And I thought last night's performance was really good. Definitely. I liked it a lot. I thought there was a great interaction. I guess Mick was going to introduce You Got Me Rocking as the fan vote, and Keith went right into the lick, and he actually kind of messed up the opening lick, but that was fine. It was good fun. You could see Mick, pointing at Keith, and they were laughing about it. And I love that. That was great. Mess It Up is back. Maybe that's going to be permanently there. They had Whole Wide World at one point, but maybe they're pushing Mess It Up. That was fine. They did You Can't Always Get What You Want. I love the French horn opening, of course. It's just always a solid performing song live with the sing-along. Classic. What can you say? As far as Keith's set, well, you got two. You got the Silver and you got Little T&A. So they did the introduction of the band, which was always really fun. I thought Keith was in really good form. I thought it was the best I've seen him perform so far in this tour. Maybe he's getting a little bit stronger. Maybe that's why you got two songs for the first time. I love that he's doing Little T&A. We'll talk about that first, even though that went second. Little T&A's classic Stones track for me. Keith Stones track, I love it. It's got everything you want from a classic weaving classic Stones track with Keith doing it live. Love that they're doing it. I thought it was really good. Now, a lot of people are going to surprise. Well, he did two songs, but he didn't do Tell Me Straight from Hackney Diamonds. All right, I think the fact that they did You Got the Silver has always been a personal favorite of mine. I thought last night's version was great. Great acoustic guitar work. Ronnie shines when he plays slide. That's really his, that's where he really, really shines. And great vocals from Keith. He sang it great. Great acoustic guitar work. It was awesome. So I thought the Keith set was terrific. I would love to see that. You Got the Silver, Little T&A. Works perfect for me. You get into the war horses. I'm not going to touch on all of them, but, Miss You, a lot of people are sick of it, but there's no denying it. Live, it is a tour de force. I love that Mick does that harp solo in there. It's just great. Darryl's bass solo is awesome. You get the, in fact, at one point, Mick does a bump against Darryl Jones at the end of his bass solo. Love the real human, organic interaction. It was great. There's great sax solo in there. Mick and Woody even go to the lip of the stage. They come out and they start dancing. No great guitar solo from Woody, but that's okay. It was a really good version. It's just there's a reason why they play Miss You live. It works so well live, and it was a great version. Gimme Shelter. Keith is sitting down for the opening of that. You could see he's really concentrating. That's fine. Listen, the most important thing is he wants to get it right. And he did. Last night's opening of Gimme Shelter was great. Chanel Haynes, she nails that opening vocalizing with Keith's opening lick. Then the song kicks in, Keith stands up, and they are off to the races with Gimme Shelter. It sounded really, really good. Chanel, she is a force of nature. I know why she did the Tina Turner show. She is like watching a young Tina Turner, to be honest with it. She's just out there and pushing it. Mick and her were holding hands as they walked out to the catwalk, and it was chill-inducing when they were singing in harmony. They just nailed it. Listen, she doesn't hit highs like Lisa Fisher. I don't think anybody's ever done a job like Lisa Fisher when she was singing with the Stones, but it's really, really powerful. Great version of Gimme Shelter. What else should I talk about? Sweet Sounds of Heaven. Some people saying they don't think it's appropriate for the first encore. I don't know. At the end of the day, that song is amazing. Chill-inducing again. They did drop the false ending. I guess there's really no need because it's not a surprise anymore. And they really go to town at the end of Sweet Sounds of Heaven anyway, so you probably don't really need the false ending. It's a phenomenal track. It's insanely great. The rest of the Warhorses, I don't really need to touch on. They are not over. They're fine. They have to be there, certainly for the stadium shows, and they're doing real good performances of them last night. So it looked to me like last night's Las Vegas show so far was the best show of the tour so far. Keith did 2 songs. We talked about that. Maybe he had been ailing, but his strength was clearly back, and the band was so hot. Jagger, he's a miracle. Nobody comes close. And the final point, and I've mentioned this before, the Stones are live. Capital L-I-V-E. They are live. And in today's music world, that is so rare. Good or bad, the Stones are organic. They're really doing it. It's a way that live music is supposed to be. And when the Stones are hot, like they were last night, they are untouchable. So for a couple of guys that are 80 years old and over, and even if they weren't, they're showing the music world how to bring it home. Great job. Great show, it looked like. Looking forward to seeing them in MetLife. I hope they deliver like they did last night. And as always, I thank you for watching my channel. I got a whole playlist on Rolling Stones videos. They're my favorite band since I saw them for the first time in 1975. And I hope you're enjoying this. If you're at the show especially, please leave comments. It's nice to hear from people who were really there. I'm living it through cell phone video, so it's hard to really know what was going on. But they had something going last night, and it was a joy to see. As always, thanks for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'll see you next time. And if you are new to my channel, please hit subscribe. That would be awesome too. Have a great day. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. I'll see you later.